Hi there, I'm Neil. I play Earl Seren at the Empire game.
Very formal, Neil, but fair enough. My name's Adam. You've probably seen my point of view from a couple of my other videos. I play a stupid posh toff called Clarence and say old bean a lot.
I'm Hannah. I like orcs. I also am an orc, also in Empire Orcs Rule.
We'll try and find a picture of Hannah being an orc so you can see the difference, because it's quite cool. And we wanted to talk about swords. It's an important thing at LARP. Something that most people focus on to start with, which is probably the wrong thing to focus on.
Yeah, I think kit's more important, but that's just me.
But I just wanted to show you some of the different ones out there. Neil's got a lot of expertise in it, so I'll let him do most of the talking.
Well, no, I have more money than sense and I buy a lot of this crap. So, at the cheaper end of the market, this is a mass-produced sword by a company called Windlass. It's mass-produced in India. It's about £35, but it's actually quite durable. This has lasted me for about 4 years now.
Is that 4 years of heavy use?
Pretty much, yeah. The reason I think it's in such good nick is I always make scabbards for my swords.
Oh, excellent.
When we get on to scabbard making and protecting your weapons and storing them correctly another time.
I mean, I quite like this sword. It's pretty generic.
It's nice and soft. You can kind of feel the space inside it when you squish it that way. But it also means that if you're not used to pulling your blows yet, and you're still causing bruises on all the poor people you attack, it's a good place to start.
I wouldn't mind getting hit quite hard by this sword. I doubt if you're in a little bit of armour and padding.
Yeah. I mean, we don't want to ask you to ask all your friends, hey, what would you like me to kill you with? So I can choose a supplier.
Remember, safety is rule number one.
Yeah. But I like it. It's well weighted.
And for £35,
For £35, you can't really do much better.
No. Should we move on to Semicals? There's not much to talk about with this sword. It's a good generic kind of kit sword to have, because the trouble is, my character Clarence, if you've seen him, has got this big flambard sword. So if I was to use the wiggly sword, so I can't use that sword for any other characters.
But you could basically turn up with another character after your character just died and be like, that sword looks similar, but I'm not going to make much fuss of it because it's probably a mass-produced sword.
Exactly.
So, looking at the other end of the spectrum, we've got this one. This is made by a company called Craeftigan, who used to be known as Talos, and this is slightly less generic. I think these retail at about £75, but again, this is
How can you think they retail at £75 when you own one of their swords, Neil?
Well, actually, thanks for asking, Adam. I actually won this at a sword tournament.
Brilliant.
It doesn't mean that I'm any good, it just meant that all of the really good fighters were somewhere else that day, and I got lucky.
Yeah.
I like this sword a lot. I like the hilt. I like the shape of it from reenactment days. Most of the reenactment swords are similar sort of shape to this. And if you can see, for my hand size, this sword is a really good fit.
I quite like it because of what are these grooves called again?
Those are called fullers.
Fullers. It's got very intricate fullers, which I like, and also it's got a wonderful diamond shape rather than just a straight flat piece, which means that it looks a bit more stouty. It looks a bit meaner, and I like mean-looking swords.
Being an orc. We might also point out this one's been balanced, so they've put a weight into the hilt here, so you can feel it's a little bit harder. So you've got to check some systems that they'll let that in, but you can see it's balanced very well.
A well-balanced sword, a sword that's heavier at the hilt, gives you more control.
Means that you can fight from the wrist. You can fight from the wrist a lot more. So if you're a fan of the quick flicky tappy style, that's a really good sword to use because it enables you to get really lightning fast strikes in.
I like to duel with a sword. This is a good sword. Should we move on to something?
Okay, another more generic sword. Well, this one's also a weighted sword. Again, about £75. Same sort of length, 42 inches. This is made by Eldritch.
I think Eldritch you can actually get laser.
Yeah,
engraved now as well.
Yeah,
which is...
Simon's been making some really cool stuff. I mean, particularly his shields. You can get really good laser cut designs on them. And I don't think anyone else out there is doing that at the moment.
I prefer the Craeftigans.
Yep.
The Craeftigans on this one for me are a bit.
Yeah, they're not going to stop too much. I'd maybe prefer them to be made of a slightly denser foam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if the only reason you need to have them so soft is if you're trying to hit somebody with them. With the handle that's completely solid like that, you don't want to even have this going anywhere near anybody else. I don't think you can pommel strike somebody with that.
No, I wouldn't.
No.
I don't.
Pommel strikes are frowned on in most systems.
Yeah, it's because it's too close to the weight of the weapon where this is the safe bit, this is the unsafe bit. This is the people you pretend kill, this is the people you actually injure.
Yeah, also, as I note at my cost, if you happen to be wearing plate van braces and you're striking with something quite close to your hand, you also run the risk of hitting someone with your metal armour, which is not good.
No. Most of the injuries I've had from LARP have been from someone else's armour hitting me.
Yeah, I was bruised all the way down here because I didn't wear a gambeson underneath.
Hey,
my
so
armor.
You got injured by your own armour.
But I like this sword because it's like a proper generic broadsword. It's like King Arthur. It's slaying dragons. And being a proper knight, and I like the look of it. It's just lovely, and I like the colour. It's just dingy. It's lovely.
Okay, this one, Viking style blade again, and around about £75. This one is made by Irregular Props. This one is not weighted, so it's a very, very light weapon.
So you can see it's right up here from the hilt, or the Craeftigans. If you've seen any of the headcam footage, although this isn't the sword I use, it is the manufacturer, or Darren Stocker, who I use, makes all of my swords. I like the look of his stuff, and it's durable. Yeah.
How long has that sword lasted you?
I've only got that in the last year, but all of his blades come with a 2-year guarantee, I think.
Yep. So he's repaired one of my weapons for free because I broke on someone's armour. Someone was wearing shield breaker shoulders, and I came down and it broke my sword.
Yeah. One of the benefits to a blade that's a bit heavier in the blade than it is the hilt is that you get a proper authentic weight to it. So if you're doing big broad sweeps and trying to actually pulverize somebody from inside their own armor, it kind of works to your advantage.
Down's a little bit cheaper than the other ones normally.
Yeah.
Sort of 60, 65.
Master has awoken. We must flee.
We've got to be quick. Okay.
Hey, right, so the last one we'll look at today. Now, this is again in one of the mass-produced models from Mithlon, one of the big German importers. Again, it's got that kind of sparkly paint job to it, but again, and nice soft foam and solid rather than a foam handle, which I prefer because I like a nice. I like to grip the shaft hard. Make of that what you will.
Yeah, I like this sword. I like playing with the sword. If we're training with someone and they're brand new to LARP, this is a good sword for them to use. It's seriously squidgy, so I don't mind getting beaten around by this sword a bit. And so I fight two-handed nearly all the time.
Do you think that counts as a two-handed sword?
No.
Well,
just under?
Well, 42 inches for most systems, which I think is a throwback to the Treasure Trap days when they had set weapon lengths. And 42 falls into what they call like the bastard sword. It's you can use it in two hands, but you can still use it in one hand.
Yep.
And I know certainly in the Empire system, because these are all 42 inches long, they are a one-handed weapon, so you can't use the special calls for two-handed weapons with them.
Should we just get all of them out together?
Yeah, sure.
And then you can see, so all of these, what we're looking at.
Thank you, Stage Goblin.
Pretty much identical in length. If we can, so they're all on the floor with the hilt, so you won't be able to see the bottom. But as you can see, most of them, apart from this one here, is slightly shorter, are very, very similar in length. And that is so they touch that kind of 42-inch limit for a one-handed sword from the UK ones. We don't have any of the basket hilt ones. So, we're just going to compare the size of them again.
The size doesn't matter, because it's how you use your sword.
True, but if there's a maximum size, you kind of want to be as close to that as possible. So for most systems, the maximum one-handed sword size is 42 inches.
I think the only one where it isn't is something like Fools and Heroes.
Yes.
It's like 48.
Is it
No, Fools and Heroes is I think 36 is their maximum.
For
a lot shorter. Yeah.
Right, so you can see most of these fall exactly, seriously close to the 42. But if we spin them around,
do not store your sword with the tip
Tip
down.
down.
We're doing this for showing purposes only.
But you can see the difference between the hilt size. So not all of them are 42-inch blades. It's 42 total length for them.
So if you want a bigger blade, don't skimp on the pommel.
Basically. But we should go now.
Yeah.
So, from all of us down here in Basement Dwelling Land, to all of you basement dwelling nerds out there, goodbye!
Goodbye!
Bye-bye. Hello, and thanks for watching again. Well done for making it all the way to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. While Hannah's showing off some of the different swords and giving them a bit of a squidge so you can see what the foam's like, and then get a better idea of the quality of some of them, what you can get for your money. I just wanted to say it's a little bit different, this video, than what we normally do. So it's normally my head cam stuff, but a lot of people have been asking lots of different questions about the swords and how to get involved and stuff like that. So if people are interested, this could well be, we can make some more videos like this, hopefully. People are, because it was quite fun to make. So most Sundays we go and have a bit of a practice in a local park. Just a group of us. It varies in number, sometimes as few as like 4 or 5, sometimes quite a few. And then come back and grab some food, and then decided to make this. So I'm running out of things to say while Hannah shows off the rest of the swords, but I'll see if I can keep you talking for a little bit longer. There we go, there's Darren Stocker's sword, and he makes all of mine. Cheers for the discount, hopefully, Darren, fingers crossed. And the last one, you can really see the difference of what you can get, and hopefully, like I said, you've enjoyed the video and we can make some more in the future. Okay, cheers for watching, bye.